Hello and welcome back. I am here to show you how I make these tea and honey favors. I learned to make these from Lyric Lover Crafts. This is my take on it, so if you'd like to see hers, you could visit her channel and watch her tutorial. But I've had several requests from people asking if I would do this tutorial, and so here we go. These are just a couple that I've made. I made lots of these. And I set this up this way so that it would be at the beginning of the video. That way, for those of you who want to make this, it might be easier if it's in the beginning of the video for you to see all the measurements and you can refer back to it. So we're going to be using one 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and this is how it's going to look after we cut it. So we're going to have four pieces of 6 by 6. We're going to have 4 6 by 6 pieces. Now the fourth piece we're going to cut into 3 pieces that are 2 by 4 1/4, and then we're going to have a scrap piece left. And this one we can turn it over and use it to make the embellishment on the front. So this is a good way to use all of your 12 by 12 piece of paper and not having any scraps left over. So one sheet can make 3 of these tea favors. All right, so let's get started. I could just use these pieces to show you how to do it, but I wanted to show you how to cut it on video. Okay, so I'm just going to use my paper trimmer and take your 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and we're going to cut it at 6 inches. And then we're going to cut these 2 pieces at 6 inches. So we'll have 4 pieces that measure 6 by 6. This is really an easy project. Once you get the folding down pat, it's really easy. Okay, so this last 6 by 6 piece, I'm going to cut at 4 1/4. Now, this is not directional paper. I just want to add that if you're using directional paper, you'll figure out that there's a specific way that you need to cut it so that when you put your piece up here, the direction of the design will be going the correct way. And I don't know, that's just kind of trial and error. But for time's sake, I'm just using a non-directional piece of paper. Okay, now this is your scrap, so we're just going to set that aside. And we're going to turn this piece and cut it into 3 2-inch pieces. Okay, I'm going to cut, there's 1. And now we have 3. And this will be used for our toppers to close the bag. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to set this piece aside. I'm going to set these 3 pieces aside also. And I'm going to show you how to fold and make this little pocket. Okay, so we're gonna fold it from corner to corner, and it could be any direction because the paper is 6 by 6, so it's even all around. You just want to be really careful to get it straight, because, well, you'll see if you don't get it straight, it shows at the end, but I mean, it's not a deal breaker. You can still, you'll still be able to use it. Okay, so we're going to just crease it down. Okay, now we've got a triangle, and I'm going to fold one side over, being careful not to go too far. I would say, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way, but maybe a little more. If you don't go far enough, then this little, these corners here will be too big for your bag. So if you have a 4 by 6 bag, it will have difficulty fitting inside that bag. And I'm going to show you all of the items that you're going to need in just a moment. But I also will link in the description below. I'm going to put everything that you need to make this, and the links to the items that I bought, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're just going to crease that down. And then I'm going to fold the other side over about the same length. I have to hold it up so I can see if I got it straight. Okay, so you're going to really crease it. Now you got to be careful because your paper will tear. See, I tore it there a little bit, so you got to be really careful, but it needs to be creased really well. Okay, so then you're going to fold, you've got 2 layers here, and you're just going to fold the top layer down like this. And you can see you have a pocket, but now we have to tape it. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to use my tape runner and press it down. And glue this on. And I do like to put some glue here to hold it down. And that's it. There's your little pocket to put your tea in. Now sometimes when you fold this, you may be off a little, and I have an example here. I don't know if you can see, but you can see if you get the folding off, then it'll show right here a little bit. Is that terrible? No, because you can cover it with your embellishment and probably no one would notice, but I noticed and I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so we've got this one done. Now, we're going to need a tea packet, a granulated honey packet, and a wooden spoon. And then we're going to need a clear bag that measures 4 by 6. And I've had these for a really long time, and I tried to look up the link for these, but that company doesn't sell them anymore. But you can get a 4 by 6 bag, I'm sure, anywhere. So I'll try to find you guys a link for that. Okay. So I'm just going to put my tea in like this, not all the way, and put my honey packet over here. I like to show the bee, so I turn it over where the bee is. I think that looks cute. Okay, and then I'm going to put my wooden spoon in here. Now Lyric Lover, she used a plastic type spoon that had like metallic finish on it, but I wanted to use the wooden spoons in case someone actually wanted to use the spoon to stir it, maybe if they're at work and they get this as a gift from a coworker. And I just felt like the wood was more safe to use in a hot liquid. But the silver ones are really pretty. Okay, so that's how that comes together. Oh, I forgot about the embellishment. Okay, we're gonna go back, sorry. So I'm going to use a piece of metallic cardstock. We're going to cut out a, what do you call this? A scalloped circle. This is a 1.5 inch punch, and we're going to use that. We're going to place that right there. Now you can use any color. I felt like the metallic was really pretty. It made it stand out. So I'm going to tape that on there and just place it right there. And I'm going to use, let's see, I have a snowflake punch, and I have a tree. Also have a snowman and a reindeer. But I think I will use the tree on this one. Now I have a piece of white cardstock, but like I said, you could always use your scrap that you have left over and flip it over and use that for your embellishment. This paper seems to be a little more white, so that's why I'm using it on this one. Okay. So now I like to use a foam dot to raise this up a little bit, give it some dimension. And I have forgotten to get this out. Give me just a moment. Okay. I like to use this middle size here, but looks like I might be out. I use this size a lot, and I am out. So I'm just going to use a small one. Okay. Just center that on there. See, that just gives it a little bit of dimension. Makes it stand out. Okay, so now I'm going to put my items back in. I almost forgot about that embellishment. You could use your tape runner to glue these things down if you want. Once you get it in the bag, it doesn't really move around. This is a tight little little pocket, so okay. It's kind of tricky to get it in sometimes. Okay. So now we're going to need to take one of our pieces from the 3 pieces, and we're just going to fold it in half. Fold it in half long ways. And this will be our topper. And we're just going to slide that right on the top. Center it. And I'm going to use my tiny attacher. I actually did not have a tiny attacher when I made these for my craft show. I just used a stapler, but this looks so much better. And that's it. That is it. It is so simple. Once you get that folding down, you can really mass produce these if you're making them for your craft fair. Okay, so I did not prepare how much it costs to make these. I do sell them for $3 at my craft fairs. I will put in the description below how much I sell these for. I mean, how much these cost to make, and that way it'll give you an idea. Now, the tea I bought from Amazon, it was like a variety pack. I think it came with 6 different boxes, 6 different flavors. And the honey packets I also bought from Amazon. The wooden spoons I bought from Amazon. If you're curious about the paper pad I'm using, it's Mistletoe Lodge. It's the paper studio. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. And there are lots of really good designs in here for these tea packets. And I'll be able to make 2 more out of this one 12 by 12 sheet. So I hope I didn't forget anything. I feel like I did. If you have any questions, just leave them below and I will get back to you and try to answer those questions. And thank you so much for watching.